See glimpses of Ten Hag trying to do this. He's trying to show the rest of the footballing world that United are a force to be reckoned with. But unfortunately, he has a huge problem in his own backyard. What is it? Yes, you've guessed it. It's the bloody Glazers. Financial fair play rules? Or are the Glazers just being tight and refusing to spend any more money? But they're still not letting go of Manchester United. They're not selling Manchester United, but they're also saying, we do not want to spend any more money. They're using this financial fair play rules as a smokescreen. There is no such thing. Manchester United should be able to go out there and buy whoever they want to buy right now. There is no such thing. And if they did know about the financial fair play rules, why did they not make a plan of selling the players and getting things done beforehand rather than now, whilst the transfer window's kicked into gear? Why have they now started making a big fuss about it? Why not weeks ago? Why not months ago? Like, what the hell have Man United fans done to deserve the Glazers? From Alex Ferguson and the heydays to this, from the biggest club, at least financially, in the world to this, where we can't even afford to buy Class B players? Come on, we're not saying we're going to buy the best superstars in the world. We're saying, okay, Unana, 50 million. Come on, what else have we spent on? We've bought one player in Mason Mount for 50 million. Is he a superstar player? Of course he's not. Is he a huge player? No, he's not. Look, Chelsea have sold him to United. That should say everything about the whole deal. Why would Chelsea be happy to sell Mason Mount to one of their key rivals, United, who've actually finished higher than them last season? If Mason Mount was that good, they would fear selling him to Man United. In fact, they would have said no. But what have they done? They've actually happily let him go because he's a Class B player. Look, I'm not going to be negative about Mason Mount. Welcome to the club. I really hope that he actually excels and becomes an amazing player. But right now, as of today, do you look at the Mason Mount and think, wow, what a player, I can't wait, he's a superstar, he's going to change the whole way of Man United are going to play? No, that's not that type of player, is he? Right now, I mean, hopefully he becomes amazing, but right now, I don't look at him and think, wow, he's gonna put fear in all the rest of the teams when they see him on the team sheet. Of course he's not. And saying that, Manchester United, we can't even sell our own B players. We used to be a club that used to sell our B players to rivals. You know, we used to say, right, okay, we don't no longer need this player. Off he goes to whoever in the Premier League. We do not care. Right now, we can't even sell those players. We struggle to sell Maguire. We're struggling to sell Fred. We're struggling to even get rid of McTominay. This is what Manchester United have become. We're a laughingstock. The Glazers have made us into a laughingstock. And the only reason why fans of other clubs right now are sitting there silent and not saying anything is because they are sitting there in fear. They are scared because they fear that Manchester United will be bought out by Sheikh Yassim, and with his billions of pounds of investment, Man United will become a force to be reckoned with, a force that it was always was. It was a force to be reckoned with, and it was just once the Glazers took over that everything turned upside down. From a club that was the biggest in Europe and was going places, became a club that everyone laughs at now and no one really takes seriously when it comes to signing top players. Anyway guys, just a quick thank you to everyone out there that's been subscribing to the channel and showing me a lot of love. Anyway, moving back to this whole embarrassing saga of Man United not being able to sign not top players, just Class B players. We are saying that we can't even afford to go out there and sign these type of players when over the road, Liverpool, who didn't even qualify for the Champions League, have managed to sign a player for 70 million, a young star, obviously. I'm not even mentioning his name. You go and find out yourself because this is ridiculous. I'm sickened watching this. I'm thinking, well, United need to be making them moves. United are the ones who should be buying these type of players, not Liverpool. Liverpool have historically been tight with their money. They never go and buy anybody. And yet they're the ones who are attracting these players. And what have Man United done? They've bought one player for 50 million and they're saying they've run out of money. I mean, no money for Onana, who's actually really cheap. For 50 million, I think he's a bargain. He's an absolute bargain, and we're going to regret not buying him if he's gone this summer transfer. We're going to regret it. The only reason why he actually wants to move to United is because of Ten Hag. He wants to link back up with the manager that made him into a top goalkeeper. Moving on to another topic, a sensitive topic of Mason Greenwood. Now, there's talk that he's going to go off to Roma. Jose Mourinho wants him on a loan move. I think he's absolutely brilliant. And I'll tell you why. I think Mason Greenwood right now coming back to United would bring a lot of baggage, and we don't need that kind of baggage right now. We have all got a big battle on our hands in getting the Glazers out of the club. We do not need any distractions like Mason Greenwood or anything else. Just taking the focus off what we are actually trying to do as fans here. We want the Glazers away from the club, and we want a new owner to come in and revamp everything. From the Old Trafford Stadium to Carrington, the facilities are absolutely horrendous. I mean, if I was a professional football player, I would not want to sign for United. And I'm a Man United fan. I would not want to sign for Man United because it is horrendous. Have you seen the players' changing rooms? I mean, it's laughable. Why would a top player want to come into them changing rooms? The changing rooms around the world right now in clubs are amazing. The facilities, the physio, the gyms, everything is crazy. It's amazing. And yet, United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, have got a tiny, cramped changing room. It's rubbish. It is rubbish. Guys, on Greenwood, yes, I think his best move would be to go to Roma, go away and see how things plan out, and if he does well, that's fine. Look, I think we should, as United, we should be clever about this. We should have a buyback clause, but as things stand right now, let him go out there, let him play without any distractions, and let the United as a club rebuild itself and come back to what it used to be. But saying that, we can't go out there and play victim. We can't say that we are a club and we've run out of money and we are no longer able to sign these players, and financial fair play rules are coming into place. And look, that's a complete and utter joke. We need to show everybody out there that we've got the muscle and we need to flex it. I can see glimpses of Ten Hag trying to do this. He's trying to show the rest of the footballing world that United are a force to be reckoned with. But unfortunately, he has a huge problem in his own backyard. What is it? Yes, you've guessed it. It's the bloody Glazers. They've sat there. They're pulling the strings from behind the scenes, and they're ruining everything. I mean, I feel absolutely gutted for Ten Hag and his transfer plans for this transfer window, because he must be sat there thinking, what am I doing here? How the hell have I ended up here? I've got all these plans. I've got this club into Champions League football and done so well last season, yet these Glazers are still sat here and not willing to let go of the club, and they're ruining all my transfer window requests. Then he's not getting anybody he wants. It's just ridiculous, and the Glazers don't care. The Glazers have sat there happily knowing that they're going to hit bang on. This old takeover is going to ruin the whole transfer window, but they don't care. They've sat there, they've known this for months, and they don't care. They've simply dragged their heels without making any decisions, and yet still we are still months and months into this. So much speculation as to what's going on and who's actually won the bid, if there is a winner, what is going on. Yet the Glazers have not had the decency to announce what is going on. Why? There's millions, billions of fans out there who want to know what is going on, yet the Glazers haven't had the decency to come out and say, actually guys, look, this is what we are doing right now, this is where we're moving to. Look, we need to get the Glazers and hold them to account, because unfortunately no one in the press is doing this. No one in the media is coming out and holding the Glazers to account. Why? I have no idea. It looks like if I feel like they're scared of the Glazers. It's like they've been all silenced. Why? If this was happening anywhere else, this would be a huge issue in the press. Everyone would be making a big issue about it. But yet, nothing. It's a complete media blackout on the Glazers. You're not allowed to say anything bad about the Glazers. I've been saying this for months. I've been saying this for months that the Glazers should have sold the club well before the transfer window opening. What surprises me is that no one else has picked up on it. No one. And it's literally, they've single-handedly taken the biggest club in the world and they've taken it and thrown it down the dumps, the Glazers have. Yet no one has come out and said anything. And if you compare it to, say, Ronaldo, when he gave his interview to Piers Morgan, I mean, the press jumped on him like a car bonnet. They were on it. They were like, right, okay, Ronaldo has ruined the reputation of Manchester United. How dare he do that by giving an interview in which he revealed all these secrets about the Glazers. That was the biggest gift that man has given to the club. Ronaldo is a legend, not just for what he did previously when he came to United and he won under Sir Alex Ferguson, but for doing that, for calling out the Glazers. Physically, Old Trafford, Carrington, how it's not changed, how it's not moving with the times, how the players are now not, they don't care anymore, how the young players are not, haven't got that mentality of winning for United. He did the best thing he could have for Man United, and I take my hat off to him. Seriously, Ronaldo, thank you so much for just doing that, because that set a ball rolling in motion, because the media were never going to call it out, but yet Ronaldo called it out, and he said the Glazers are the ones who are ruining his club. And that is what we all need to be saying, because the press are not going to come out and say it. They're still not saying it in this whole takeover saga. No one's come out and said this is ridiculous. There's a few handful of people who've actually come out and said anything, but other than that, no one has come out and said anything about Manchester United and the way the things are being handled there by the Glazers. Anyway, guys, smash that like button, please subscribe, and I will catch you later.